The sim racing genre has its group of die-hard enthusiasts who expect first-party developers to deliver true-to-life experiences. This is a sport that requires a high amount of knowledge and skill to compete, and this genre is meant to replicate that for players. I rarely take on games that I have little history with. In fact, I'm pretty sure this is the most hours I've dumped in a car PG since Gran Turismo 2. Since the Forza Motorsport series hasn't received an entry since 2017, I feel it's a great time for a newcomer to put the pedal to the metal and join the race. Forza Motorsport doesn't waste time getting you set up with its single-player content tied to the Builders Cup career mode. While I felt like the introduction and tutorials to unlock other tracks and modes lasted a little too long, I appreciated it once new tracks opened and I knew how to navigate the pre-race car adjustments and various menus. For being a sim racer, it seems to encourage players to take advantage of the assist features from the starting line. This is further found in the core gameplay loop of the 20 available tracks at launch, where you practice the track before committing to the race. These practice laps also help determine your overall approach to getting ahead of the competition. Depending on your chosen vehicle, you gain experience through short trials on the track that time your speed and provide experience to your car. You can then take your knowledge of the track and adjust your vehicle to your heart's content. The available options are astounding, where aftermarket upgrades can adjust your tuning, speed, and weight. However, there's a cap on certain upgrades that your car needs to stay below in order to compete. This forces you to make exceptions to your build and choose parts for specific occasions. There's also an auto option in which the game will automatically select a balanced build and upgrades for your car to get you straight into the race. Further, while racing, a rewind feature is available if you mess up or get penalized. However, you have to press A to get back into the race, and I wish I could just hold down the gas to go. Through its single-player modes, I gradually found myself turning off assist features to have more control during a race. Still, from the perspective of a new player, these assist options ease you into understanding turns and physics that allow you to learn as you progress. The benefits of turning off these features come with additional rewards for completing races, further defined by your starting position and practice races. Regardless of your chosen car, you're essentially on a journey with it. Using an analogy that I can wrap my head around, it's like starting an RPG adventure with a specific class, and every action gives you experience points that unlock new skills from a tree that you can use to customize your character. In the case of Forza Motorsport, you can choose from over 500 cars that include models comprising muscle cars, sports cars, and even classic cars to build and customize. Still, this does require you to actually race with them. I found this portion of the game loop interesting because you will likely have to replay tracks even after 8 hours. However, each car is nuanced, with individual upgrades unlocked as you race, making it feel fresh each time you return to the track. Then there's the weather, which forces you to adjust your car parts to compete. The moments that I felt like repetition was weighing on me, a new area of the Builders Cup was unlocked, forcing me to approach a set of tracks uniquely and constantly pushing my experience with specific cars that led to more content being unlocked. Honestly, every moment of this experience rewards the player for their time. Since this entry of Forza Motorsport is meant to be live service, the online elements come in competitive racing modes, and there aren't local split-screen modes available now. The most significant multiplayer mode is in the featured menu, where scheduled races occur to boost your score and make a real name for yourself on the track. The cars available in this mode vary, so going through the single-player mode to understand them is an excellent way to start before jumping in here. Unfortunately, I didn't see an option to spectate these races, which I would have liked to do before playing. There's a practice option allocating some time to get accustomed to the track and customize your vehicle, but you'll also need to qualify for the race. Even here, there are helpful options that allow you to retry a lap. Moving on, the other online modes really test drivers through specific circumstances. For example, in spec mode, each car is on an even playing field and the best player wins. For the Open series, players can bring any car to the track that meets the requirements. These races are insane because seeing two cars of the same model is rare. It's worth mentioning that all the experience and unlocks you gain in single player can be brought to the multiplayer modes. This means the time you pour in, whether you're doing free play, rivals, or anything else, carries over the experience earned from hitting track goals and car progression to all other aspects of the title. This resonated well with me as all the experience I gained in this genre was meaningfully calculated regardless of my approach. Forza Motorsport's presentation is in a league of its own. One look effortlessly showcases its beauty. I mean, it's simply gorgeous, which makes it sometimes tough to play because there were moments when I just wanted to watch it. The reflections, lighting, weather, and time of day provide a sense of immersion that players will definitely appreciate, but the sound quality easily takes first place in this field. play with headphones, you won't regret it. Still, I did find the menus difficult to navigate, as some are locked behind progression, and understanding the multiplayer mode timings wasn't explicitly clear. This is evident in the very early game, where you're pretty much forced to complete the practice mode before unlocking other features. In hindsight, this may directly result from the live service model. A lot is riding on the support of this title, and future premium offerings could easily ruin it. Only time will tell what comes out of this, yet at launch, there's enough here to justify the price of entry. After playing for 23 hours as a newcomer, I can say that Forza Motorsport does a great job respecting the player's experience with the genre. Hell, it made someone like me, who usually only plays arcade racers, feel like I can hold a conversation with a gearhead as I talk about my favorite cars from the game. The attention to accessibility features is beyond anything I could have asked for, and honestly speaking, it making me feel like I could be a part of this community is impressive. Forza Motorsport is a gorgeous racing experience across each and every lap. The title excels in rewarding players during every race, and the legendary amount of available cars and tracks at launch means there's plenty to enjoy right from the starting line. The game loop is addictive, with a more than generous layer of accessibility options to create formidable racers out of anyone. The real meat may be the multiplayer modes, but it never overshadows what is offered in the single-player career mode. Here's to hoping the live service model works for this release, with the launch date looking like a great starting point. Noisy Pixel is giving Forza Motorsport a 9 out of 10. Thanks for watching. This video is brought to you by our supporters on Patreon. Noisy Pixel is run by a group of gamers providing independent gaming coverage through news, reviews, previews, and more. Check out our Patreon to help support our continued growth, and subscribe to keep up with all of our future content.
Noisy Pixel.